What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? What is going on, you guys? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another episode of Yes for the Mess. And we're here in the late night hours. You know what I'm saying? I normally don't do no late night videos. I'm normally going the hell to bed around this time of the night, but I got me a little bit of time. I ain't got to be at work until 10 o'clock in the morning. So I feel like I had a little bit of time to go live, you guys. So I see it's already 109 people in the chat. Okay, it's already 109. My bestie Josiah's World TV already in the building, you guys. Okay, and I'm telling y'all, I was very excited about doing this show tonight. That's number one. But I'm also very nervous about doing this show tonight. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. So, as you guys are coming in, be sure to light this chat up with the fire emoji. Light this fucking chat up with that fire emoji as you guys come in. Okay. Because with all that shit that just went down tonight, okay, we have a lot to talk about. I took notes, honey, okay? I had to be on point when I talked about this, okay? Period. You see this? Hold on, you guys. Wait a minute. You see all this? These are the notes. These are the notes that I took watching it live tonight. These are all the notes that I took tonight, okay? All the notes, okay? First of all, I see my bestie up in here, Josiah. He's one of my moderators. I see Elle, one of my moderators. I see Catherine, one of my moderators, okay? Like, we got a jam pack. And you know what? I don't even put my Cash App up at all. I never put my Cash App up, but I'm going to do it tonight. I don't never do it. Two Feisty is in the building. Jonetta is in the building. I see y'all up in the building too. All my moderators are in the building, you guys. Okay, make sure y'all need to light this chat up until we get to the 5-minute mark. Light this chat up until we get to the 5-minute mark. Light this chat up until we get to the 5-minute mark. Go on, light up. I don't want to see nothing but fire in this chat. That's all I want to see is fire in the chat. Light this motherfucker up until we get to that 5-minute mark. Light it up, y'all. Light it up. Light it up, y'all. Yes, I see y'all. Y'all lighting it up. Light this chat up with fire. I want to see nothing but fire in the chat. Go on, light it the fuck up. Go on, light it up. Okay? Period. I see y'all. Period. All right? Period. Okay. So, I wasn't even expecting to have almost 200 people in my chat tonight because, like I said, I normally don't do late night shows. I normally don't do late night shows at all. I honestly don't. But I had to do it tonight. Okay, period. I had to do one tonight. So this is my thing. This is what I'm going to tell y'all before we even started. I was excited to do this show tonight, but I was also very nervous to do this show tonight. I was excited to do it because it's hot. The tea that he spilled was hot. We're going to get into all of it. The tea that he spilled was hot tonight. That's number one. The tea that he spilled was very, very hot. Completely hot that he did it. Completely hot. But I'm also nervous because this is somebody that I really, really love. This is someone that is very much so a big inspiration to me in what I'm doing right now. Like, straight up. He's one of my biggest inspirations as of right now as to what I'm doing. Everyone and their mama knows that I love me some Armon Wiggins. Whether I agree or disagree, I love me some Armon Wiggins. So I was nervous to cover this after the fact because he gave a legendary show. He gave a whole breakdown. He told us everything we wanted to know. And I said, if I'm going to come behind him and cover this shit, I need to make sure I'm on point. I need to make sure that my people are entertained. I need to make sure that everybody that I'm on point too. Okay, because if he delivered an on point ass breakdown like that, and I'm coming back to review this shit for those of the people that probably didn't see it or whatever, then I need to come with the shit. I need to come with it because at the end of the day, Armon took that shit took it home. Like, took it home, period. Okay? Like, okay, period. Like, I enjoy every second of that. Shout out to Olivia Bree. Thank you so much for that. Like, I really just wanted to get it on point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to talk about this the right way. Thank you, Two Fights in 2007. Listen, y'all know I'm my own worst critic. Y'all know this already. Y'all know that I am my own worst critic. I'm always nervous. I'm always questioning myself all of the time. But you know, I had to do it. This man even burnt the book on live. Okay, he burnt the book on live even after he. Wait a minute. Are you lying? Did he really say that? Did he really say that? Don't make me scream, bitch. Don't make me scream. Don't make me scream now. Cause I don't listen to Station Head. Did he really say that? Somebody need to send me that clip, child, because now y'all got me blushing and shit. Cause y'all know I love Armon. Josiah is in the chat and he knows this. Every time we talk, it's Armon. It's Armon. That I love Armon. So I'm gonna say I said all that to say that this ain't even about me loving him so much. This ain't about him being my biggest inspiration. This ain't even about him, you know what I'm saying, being someone that I want to work with. This is about the facts and what he brought out. And a lot of the stuff that he talked about, a lot of stuff that he said, I can relate to some of that stuff. I know other people can relate to it, period. Okay. So that's what this is about. We're going to get this thing started at the 10-minute mark. Just know that. We're going to get this thing started at the 10-minute mark. We almost at 200 people. So let's get 200 people in this room, okay? Make sure y'all liking the video as y'all are coming in. Make sure y'all are liking this video. And also be sure be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Be sure to subscribe if you're new at the channel. Okay? Let me see what Jonetta said. Okay, we're gonna start this in just a second. We're gonna start this in a at the 10-minute mark. I can't believe what show it was, but he was talking about he do want to work with future smaller creators, and he's that their names out, and I said your name, and that's what he said. Oh my god, I never knew that. That is that makes me happy. Oh, we had 200 people, y'all. We had 200 people. Um, Most definitely he was at 13K. He was at 13K, baby. He was at 13K. And I'm like, bitch, that was so inspirational to me. That was inspiring. Like, bitch, I want to do that one day. Like, straight up inspiring. Now, before we start this, I know we're about to start this in 15 seconds. So let me show y'all this shirt. You guys need to order y'all a Jamar shirt. Yes, indeed. I'm supporting my best friend, but it's cold as fuck. But support my friend Jamar. There he is on the shirt. Y'all need to go on and support him. Okay. Going on and support my friend. I'm definitely gonna post the link after this video is over. Y'all need to go on and order y'all a shirt like I did. Okay. That's how you support your friends, honey. That's how you support them, bitch. That's how you support them. Period. Okay. So, and thank you, Jonetta. But we're about to go ahead and we're about to start this thing off. We're about to go ahead and open this thing up. And we are going to talk about what we came here to talk about. And that is Jason Lee and Armon Wiggins. Okay. Yes, indeed. That's what we're here to talk about. I don't want to keep y'all waiting any longer. That's what y'all tuned in for. Shout out to the Wiley Show because he's also live too. So shout out to the Wiley Show, honey, because I know he got all the viewers, baby. I know everybody over there waiting to hear what he got to say. And I was watching his live too before I even came on live, child. So you know, ain't no hate over here. So shout out to the Wiley Show. I love Wiley. Okay, but we're about to go ahead and get into the show. So, as you guys, if you've been following this shit for a minute now, you would know that Jason Lee and Armon were working together at one point in time. Okay, they were working together at one point in time. Um, let's see. Jason Lee had him working with him. He was able to get into certain areas, certain situations. You know, basically, it was kind of like another mentor situation, but not really a mentor situation. It was something like that, and you know, I was very, you know, I'm not Armon, but I was very hesitant about him working with him because I was just like, girl, why are you working with him? Like, that's the last person you need to be working with. Like that was on my mind, okay? Period. So for the last couple of weeks, it's been said that Armon has been shaded by Jason Lee on his lives. I was sent clips of that. People were telling me that, don't you know Jason Lee was shading Armon? Now, I never talked about that at first because I didn't know it was true. Up until Armon finally responded on his Twitter account the other day, and he posted the tweets up, and it was kind of like, okay, okay, so we getting somewhere. So that's why I talked about it yesterday. However, when it came down to it, he said, I'm going to go live and we gonna talk about this shit. We gonna go live and I'm gonna tell it all. I'm gonna open up the floodgates. I'm gonna tell everything. I'm gonna make sure everybody know not to F with me. That's what Armon basically said. He said, I'm gonna let y'all know what this nigga really like. We gonna talk about some things tonight. We gonna talk about it tonight. If y'all don't want to talk about it, you ain't gotta talk about it. But we gonna talk about some things tonight. That's the type of time that Armon Wiggins was on. Okay? So, baby, I know y'all want me to be on screen, so I'm finna take this overlay off because I know y'all rather me be on the screen. So I had to put the overlay up just to introduce this story. Because there are some people that's in the chat and they're like, I don't even know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for the tea. So what's going on is Jason Lee was trying to be a mentor to Armon in a sense. He was trying to take him under his wing, I guess. And then things went awry when Armon was doing things his own way, not necessarily following the situation the way that Jason wanted him to, but doing things the Armon way, getting things that he needed to get by Armon himself. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into everything that Armon said. I got my notes. I took notes from top to bottom. We're going to talk about everything that he said, and we're going to dissect it all, okay? So I know y'all ready for me to come back on the screen. So we're finna go ahead and get back into it. It's 230 y'all up in here. Make sure y'all are liking the video. It's 233 people watching. We got 98 likes. Get them likes up and make sure y'all are lighting up this chat as I do this story. And I will be reading comments and everything. Okay? So let's get into it, y'all. So he started off the video in so many words, basically saying that it pained him to do this live. He was not excited at all to drag Jason Lee. He was not excited because he respected Jason Lee. He cared about Jason Lee. He had love for Jason Lee. So this was a very unfortunate situation for him because he didn't want to do it. Based off all the things that he accomplished while he was with him, the things that he was able to do while he was with him, and the respect that he already had for him before he even started working with him. So he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it at all. But he felt like he needed to because at the end of the day, you're not going to play off his top. You're not going to play with him at all. You're not going to play with him. You're not going to do this with him. That's the type of time that Armon was on. And I can honestly say that I absolutely agree with that. That's why I don't want to be mentored by nobody. That's number one. But we're going to get into all of that stuff because there's a lot of points that he said that I definitely agree with. There's a lot of things that he said that I absolutely went through already. So I'm going to let y'all know, but we're going to get into it. He said he respects Jason Lee. Even in the matter of him dragging him right now, he still respects Jason Lee for everything that he has done. He still respects him. He met cool people through him. He met a lot of important people through him and all of that stuff. But because of the fact that his relationship with Jason Lee is now soured, he probably had those relationships that he made with these cool people is that they may be over with at this point. They may be over with now because of the fact that he has now fallen out with Jason Lee. And I think that is very, very unfortunate that his relationships that he has made with all of these great people, important people, people that can put him in rooms that he probably wouldn't be able to be in at some point in time. It's unfortunate that, those relationships are ruined. But when you're in the industry, sometimes that's the shit that goes down, which is why I feel like, it's like I want to be in the industry, but then again, it's like I'm not with the industry games. I'm way too real of a person, way too authentic for people to be trying to play on my top with the industry games. You hear a lot of horror stories about the industry, and then sometimes it makes you not want to do it, and sometimes it makes you feel like if you're strong enough to do it. But I feel like I'm strong enough to maneuver on my own. That's why I do shit on my own. You know what I mean? Like, period. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see. Hold on, you guys. So that was pretty much the first part. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it, but that was one of those things where you really don't want to drag nobody. But at the same time, it's your reputation at stake. They've been trying to play with you. They've been trying to, sun you. And now you feel like you got to come out and, take up for yourself, speak up for yourself, do the things that you need to do. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's like that. And you right, Josiah. Some of these YouTubers be industry AF too. They be on that industry shit too. They be trying to play games with motherfuckers and shit like that. And I'm just not the one to play those games with. I've been in this shit for 12 years. October the 27th will make 12 years of me being in this shit. And I had to learn on my own. I had people but on the back end pumping me up like Ashley, Bundy, Rocks, Scorpion, much love. All them people was pumping me up, but I still had to do it on my own. So I get where Armon is coming from, and I see why he wouldn't want to do it, because when you got respect for a person and, they kind of helped you and shit, you feel what I'm saying? Josiah, you better speak the truth. But, and all this other stuff is kind of like, you don't really want to do it, but you got to do it. You got to do it for your own situation. That's what you got to do it for. You got to do it for your own situation. You got to do it to make sure that people know not to fuck with you and not to play with you. That's why I be having the attitude that I got. You know what I mean? That's why I be having the attitude that I got. And I definitely never wanted a mentor, but and I don't want to mentor people, but I helped Josiah out. You know what I mean? I don't want to be, I don't necessarily be calling myself his mentor or nothing like that, but I try to give him like certain pointers or whatever. Anything that he needs to know, anything I can help him with, I will. And even at this particular point, he's building his own channel on his own. And I ain't taking no fucking credit for shit. Josiah got the personality, he got the drive, and he gonna do it on his own. You know what I mean? But I'm always gonna be back there to support him 100%. If he need my help with anything, that he knows that I got his back. I'm gonna always have his back on fucking everything. It's called up, like you said, it's friends uplifting each other. You know what I mean? So, no. We help each other out. And Josiah has a big piece. Let me just say this while he's in here so we can keep on going with the show. Josiah has a big piece of my heart, for real. Like, that's like my little brother. So anything he need my help with, I'm going to always give it to him, period. I'm going to always help him out whenever he needs me for anything, because he helps me out. He's the creative force behind my motherfucking platform. All these theme musics and shit, he did it. So, period. Okay? Chef Dun Dun is in the building. Shout out to Chef Dun Dun. Okay, period. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the rest of it. I just had to give my boy Josiah that love and that light because I love him. I love him. He has a big piece of my heart. I love Josiah. So anyways, he said at this particular point, he refuses to be disrespected by Jason Lee. He refuses to be disrespected. He's not going to take the disrespect. He does not want to deal with the disrespect. He ain't finna deal with the disrespect, period. No matter what somebody did for him, he's not going to deal with the disrespect. And I understood that because sometimes people feel as though because they did something for you or they had your back in a certain aspect, or they put you somewhere, that means you're supposed to bow down and kiss their feet and do whatever the fuck they want you to do. No, or they feel like they can sit up and treat you any kind of way because they open up a gate or something for you in their own words. No, just because you did something for me don't mean I gotta accept the disrespect from you. I ain't gotta do that. It's called manipulation. I'm going to do something for them so they can be indebted to me for the rest of their life. Shout out to the 300 people that's in the chat. Yes, honey, we moving up, honey. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, y'all better go on and subscribe right now. Okay, I'm almost halfway to 38K, bitch. Okay, I'm almost at the halfway mark. We at 37,491. I need 9 more subscribers to get me to 37.5K. We are halfway to 38K. Let's get there tonight, okay? Period. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Like, just because somebody did something for you, just because you help somebody, don't mean they gotta kiss your ass and kiss your feet. Nobody got to do that. And sometimes people got that narcissism complex about them that they feel like because they did something for somebody, their ass needs to be kissed. No, ma'am, it doesn't. Okay. He said that people told him not to drag Jason Lee. He said that he was warned not to drag Jason Lee because Jason Lee would do anything he can to get pages taken down, him, get people hacked, all types of stuff, allegedly. He'll do all this stuff to try to take you down if you speak up against him. But Armon said, fuck that. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say. It doesn't matter who he is. I'm going to speak up and I'm going to say whatever I want to say. He's not going to sit up here and try to sun me. He's not going to sit up here and try to disrespect me because of his place in the industry. He's not going to do that. So therefore, I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say. And that's one thing that I do admire about, that's another one of the many things that I admire about Armon Wiggins. He does not care about that bullshit. He is going to say whatever he wants to say. Period. He's going to say whatever he want to say. He's going to speak on whatever he want to speak on. That's just that on that. And I respect somebody who don't give a damn. Okay? Like, period. Period. He gonna speak on whatever he want to, whenever he wants to. Ain't nobody or anybody going to stop him from talking about whatever the fuck he wants to talk about. And that's just that on that. Like, that's not gonna happen. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna be able to stop that. And sometimes people are what's up, T? What's up, T? Yes, baby. I am up gagging, honey, because baby, me and Josiah was texting each other back to back, honey. You're going to have to watch that live, baby. You are going to have to watch that live. That live was so much tea. But if you don't want to watch the live, you can just sit here and watch me recapping, honey. But that live was lit, okay? Lit on top of lit, period, okay? Where was I at? So, because it's a lot that I'm going to say tonight. And y'all know, and T, I normally don't even do no late night shows like this. I don't do no late night shows at all. But baby, I got to. So, he said that this situation, because a lot of people, including myself, suspected that this started when he first started talking about Tiffany Haddish, and he said, cut that shit. This ain't about Tiffany Haddish. This didn't start with Tiffany Haddish. Me speaking on Tiffany Haddish ain't got nothing to do with this. So this ain't start with her. It ain't got nothing to do with Tiffany Haddish. It's a respect thing. It's a respect thing. You're not gonna disrespect me and act like you're above me. You're not gonna disrespect me or anything like that. Period. You're not gonna disrespect me. His whole thing was, it's about the respect. No matter what you do for me, no matter what seat you put me in or claim you put me in, you're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to make me feel little and smaller than you. It's never going to happen. And most definitely, I agree. Period. I agree with that 100%. He's not with the gatekeeping and the punking. He feels like Jason Lee feels like he's a gatekeeper and he can punk everybody that he helps or that he mentors and shit like that. He feels like it's his obligation to come to somebody and mentor them and make them feel like they're smaller than them. Your whole point of mentoring somebody or helping someone is not to make them feel less than you. It's to make them feel better about what they're doing, about their comment, and about themselves. When you try to mentor somebody and when you try to help somebody, it's to make them better, not to make them stay beneath you. If you're mentoring somebody to make them stay underneath you, then that means you're not being genuine in mentoring them. Am I wrong here? If I'm going to mentor you, I'm mentoring you so you can do better, whether you surpass me or you don't, or whatever. That's what I'm here for, to make you better, not to make sure you're underneath me, not to make sure your stars shine just as much, but not as much as mine, or to dim your light when I see it shining in front of my face. Because that's what these people do. They want to see you win just as long as you're not winning more than them. They want to see you win, but they don't want you to win more than them. They don't want to see you prosper, only unless it's underneath them. They don't want to see you prosper unless it's underneath them, period. Okay? He's mentoring Armon by God his foot. You cannot mentor nobody and then have your foot on their neck all at the same time. That's not mentoring nobody. That's keeping them in prison. That's not the way you do that. And then I hate when people use this word gatekeeper. I'm the gatekeeper. I can do this, I can do that, and blah 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 blah. I don't give a fuck what lane you feel like you created or what you think you're doing. You're not gonna sit up here and think you're gonna punk me and think that you're gonna pimp me and think I'm gonna do whatever the fuck you say do. That's not going to fucking happen. That's not gonna happen, period. Okay? It's not gonna happen at all. I don't like it when people feel like they can do that to somebody. And I've seen it happen. Most definitely seen it happen. And it's really crazy. Shout out to the 346 people that's up in here. Shout out to y'all, okay? So we're going to go ahead and continue on. He said that he manipulates celebrities. He says that Jason Lee manipulates celebrities. He says that if they don't do an interview with them, he goes and he starts dragging them for filth because they don't do an interview about them, and then turns around and creates a hate campaign against them, and then continues to drag them just because they did not give him what he wanted. If they don't give him what he wanted, like an interview, then that's his prime target. He's going to drag them for filth, okay? For filth. He's gonna drag them for filth if they don't give him no fucking interview. Let me tell you something. It's been many people that I reached out to for an interview, but I'm not dragging them because they didn't give it to me. For what? My thing is, when I reach out to people for interviews, I step out on faith. I know that my platform is still kind of small. I know that it is. I know I got some ways to go. I'm not DJ Richie Sky. I'm not Storm Monroe. I'm not Tasha K. You know what I mean? I'm not Kim Pyre. I'm not even Armon Wiggins. I'm not neither one of them. So I know that I got a ways to go, and some people are not going to want to interview with a smaller platform. Not everybody takes chances with people like me. Not everybody do. Not everybody takes chances with people like me. But there are some that are willing to give me that chance. And I don't get upset about it. It may not be my time to interview them. I have my moment, but I'm not going to drag nobody just because they're not giving me no interview. I mean, that makes me less credible. In my eyes, that'll make me less credible. Like, if you don't give me no interview, so I'm going to drag you for it. Why do I need to... Why do you need to drag me just because I don't want to give you no fucking interview? That don't make any sense to me. It'll never make any sense to me. Like, come on, bro. Like, you don't go and you want people to interview with you, but yet when they respectfully decline, you want to be up there and say some shit like, well, I'm gonna drag the fuck out of you because you ain't giving me what the fuck I want. That's childish ass shit. You don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like you don't do that shit at all. Period. Okay. So once he started talking about that, wait a minute, they said, didn't he do that to Megan Thee Stallion? Oh, so he did do that to Megan Thee Stallion. So, okay, so I'm guessing in so many words, what y'all are telling me is he wanted to do an interview with Meg. Meg said no, and now he on her ass. That's basically what y'all saying, right? That's what y'all saying, right? It's BS to me. I never go that far to drag somebody just because they don't want to give me no interview. I'm not gonna feel no type of way about that. When I'm gonna feel that type of why I'm gonna feel a type of way about that for? You know what I mean? But do you ever think about, and people don't think about stuff like that, because I think about that even when I'm doing my own interviews. People look at you and they see your personality and they see how you rock, and it's up to them to choose whether or not they want to fuck with you and do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? They may see the way you act and just say, I don't want to do no interview with you. I don't want to fuck with you like that. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? That could be what it is. You feel what I'm saying? That could be what it is. So no, I ain't with that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Just because somebody declines an interview with you don't mean they'll decline it in the future. But by you dragging the fuck out of them, you'll never get the goddamn interview. But some people egos be in the way. Some people be, doing all kinds of stuff. And it be crazy. So I don't know. It's crazy to me. This man been doing Nicki like this for years. He been ahead Nicki attack dog on Cardi payroll, but we just not get mad with him. I don't know who is we, but I ain't never seen it for Jason Lee, honey. So I don't know who that's about. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back into the notes. Okay, we got 352 people in here. Okay, so here comes the receipts. So Armon starts playing video clips of interviews that he did. It was one interview that he did with the Breakfast Club where he started dragging Karen Civil and started going in on her and all this other stuff. He started going in on Karen Civil, started saying stuff about Karen Civil and stuff like that, and saying what he's not willing to do and who she is as a person and how she's a fraud and all this other stuff, saying shit like that. And in the same interview, he also said that bigger brands should give him the opportunity. So when Armon said that, I'm just like this, okay. So you feel like bigger brands should give you the opportunity, right? So why do you feel like they should give you the opportunity if all you're going to do is try to drag them when they don't give it to you? And then when you start dragging them about it, it's kind of like, they're never going to give you the opportunity because you're dragging them just for them not giving you the opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all with me on that? So it's like, how the fuck are you going to, you sit up here on this radio show and you're saying bigger brands should give you the opportunity, but you thrive off of dragging people when they don't give you what you want. Why would any big brand want to be involved with you if you behave that way? Like, am I deluded when I say that? Or am I am I going crazy? Because you cannot expect no big brands to want to reach out to you. You can't. You can't. That's how I feel about it. You can't do that. Period. Like you can't do that. Period. What's this Elvin person talking about? Because we're not even talking about Cardi right now. What are you talking about? Anyway. But it's like you want bigger brands to give you the opportunity, but you don't fit the mold for the opportunity, if you feel what I'm saying, because all you do is go in. You know what I'm saying? You go in on them when you don't get what you want, so they're not going to give you the opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? So, child, it is what it is, honey. So, he said that Jason Lee had us fooled. In so many words, he feel like Jason Lee had us fooled. He's saying that he's all for black media. He's saying that he wants. Let me make Tracy another one of my mods. I know I got a whole bunch of mods, but you need them. Welcome Tracy to the moderator team. Shout out to Tracy. Yeah, so he said that he had us fooled, basically saying that he's all for black media. He wants to see black creators do this and do that. But at the same time, you rocking with Armon and you don't even like this man like that. Like, you don't even like Armon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, in so many words, it's like this. Jason Lee is the type of nigga that's like this. In your face, he'll big you up. He'll scream your name to the top of his lungs. He'll say that you're going to be this and you're going to be that and you're going to be all of that and then some. He loves you in your face. He wants to see you succeed in your face. He wants to mentor you, put you in different places. But at the same time, he don't want you to grow for real. Unless it's underneath him. He don't want you to succeed. He wants to succeed. He wants to be the only one out there succeeding. He wants to be the only one out there doing big things. He wants to tear you down to build himself up. And that's just not the way you do shit. You don't tell. If you're genuinely looking out for somebody, you don't find any reason to tear them down. You know what I mean? That's some snake shit. I see it all the time. You got people that will try to take you and put you in certain areas and try to, mold you and try to say they're doing this for your better benefit. They're doing this to help you out. They want to see you make it. They're trying to help you out. But at the same time, they're not helping you out. They're helping themselves out. Because if they're helping you out, they look like the good person. They look like the person that's giving you all the opportunities. It's slick finessing in a way, just like somebody said in the chat. It's slick finessing. It's like, I'm helping you out, so I'm going to look good to everybody. I'm going to be looking less problematic if I give opportunities to different type of people that I feel like I can sun and that I can pimp and that I can, drag through the mud whenever I want to behind closed doors. But in person, I'm going to talk about how great of a person they are. I'm going to talk about how well they do. I'm going to talk about all of that. But in my mind, I don't want them to succeed. In my mind, I don't want them to go nowhere unless it's under me. In my mind, I think I'm better than them. So I'm going to be a narcissist and show my true narcissist colors. You feel what I'm saying? Because some people will say they love you, but they undercover hating on you because they lack something that you got. They want something that you got, but they can't get what you got. You'll be surprised at the people that envies you. You'll be surprised at the people that's jealous of you. You'll be surprised about that. It'll be people that be sitting all up in your face all day long talking about how good you are, all this other good stuff, but they really don't see it for you like that because they want to be you. They want to be you. They don't want you to succeed. They want you to continue to be up under them. You can shine, but you better not shine brighter than me. You better not do more than me. You better not get better opportunities than me. You better not grow more than I do. You better stay stagnant. You better do that. You're not going to succeed. Then when you break away, you ain't going to make it without me. I made you. Bitch, what? I made you who you are. If it wasn't for me, this wouldn't be going on for. See, that's that narcissist shit. They thinking that they're giving you an opportunity, but they know they're not giving you no opportunity. They're doing it for their own personal gain. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't. You see it all the time. You see it all the time. You see this shit all the time. They faking in front like it ain't shit. They want it to look like they're really helping you, but they're not. They don't see it for you. They don't want you to make it. They don't give a fuck about you. They want you to stay up under them 24/7. They don't want you to move. They don't want you to do none of that stuff because it's only going to cramp their style. But I always say, it doesn't matter what a person do to me. I know that I'm going to always do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to always make it through. Because at the end of the day, at the end of it all, y'all, it's like this for me. I have been in situations with people where they did not want me to. They were happy long as I was up under them, long as I didn't do what I was supposed to do, and they were happy when I didn't have that confidence in myself. I'll go to them asking them for help and shit like that. They wouldn't even give it to me. They didn't want to give me shit. What they did was they pushed me away. So it's like when you learn that you are great too. When you learn that you are great too, and you can move on, that's all you need. Because guess what? I learned that I was great just as well as the next bitch is. I'm just as great as the next person is. I'm just as great as them. So if I know that I'm just as great as them, then I need to get my ass up and do what I'm supposed to do. When you realize that you are just as great as the person that you are looking up to and idolizing, you're just as great. It's going to take you some time. It's going to take the people some time to catch on, but they will catch on. Because guess what? I've been doing this for 12 years. And I say this all the time. October the 27th will make 12 years of me being on YouTube. It took me till 2 years ago for people to really catch on and really find me and really see me. I had to work hard for that shit for the last 2 years. And look at where the fuck I'm at. I interviewed fucking Candy Birds and I did that by myself. Didn't nobody have to give me shit. I went out and did it on my own. Because I knew that I was built for this shit too. People can say whatever the fuck they want to. Like I tell y'all all the time, people shade my platform. They like to call me dry and boring and all that other bullshit. And it's okay. I don't even get mad. People can have their opinions of me all day. That's what we got. If I can sit up here and say, watch a show and say that it's boring on TV, people can look at my damn platform and say that it's boring. It don't matter. But people be shading my platform and be saying whatever the fuck they want to say about me all day long. But it doesn't matter. Because guess what? I'm here. I'm making moves. Okay? I'm not where Armon is yet. Hopefully one day I am, but I'm not there yet. But I'm making moves though. Making moves that people thought I could never make. So when you have somebody in your space that's tapping you on the shoulder telling you that you ain't worth shit and you ain't gonna do shit and you ain't got it and you need to give it up and you need to leave YouTube alone and ain't nobody checking for you and you the chingy of YouTube, you need to give it up, your channel ain't never going nowhere. It's going somewhere. It's going somewhere. It took me a long time, but it's going somewhere and ain't nobody gonna stop me. Y'all don't understand. Listening to Armon, a lot of that shit triggered me because I've been through that shit. Just like Too Feisty said, the day ones know what's up with me. I've been through that shit before, period. Been there. So I know exactly how he felt and what he was going through at that time. So at the end of the day, I'm going to get to where I need to go. And I'm going to do it with my people. I'm gonna do it with my circle because my circle is solid. I'm gonna do it with my people. I'm gonna do it with Terrence. I'm gonna do it with Josiah. I'm gonna do it with Jamie. I'm gonna do it with all my people. I'm gonna do it with everybody. That's why I got a crew. We all gonna do it together. You see how me and Bundy and Jamie and Niecy, how we all got that Candy interview? We did that shit at the same time and we got it together. Period. And that's just the way we rock. So we're gonna continue on with Armon. So Jason Lee had called Armon, Daytime T, and Lovely T for advice about YouTube. Now, you know the Hollywood Unlocked was a blog. You know what I'm saying? His whole thing was a blog. He didn't have a YouTube channel. He didn't know shit about YouTube, period. He didn't know shit about YouTube. So therefore, he needed Lovely T, Daytime T, and Armon to help him out with that because he didn't know what he was doing. Period. He asked them for advice. He didn't know how to get to where he needed to go pretty much. So he needed them for the help. So when it came down to it, Jason Lee had a show called, I think it was called Gagging. He had a show called Gagging. I ain't never watched it, but he had a show. And Armon's guest appearance was the highest rated show yet. So when you see some shit like that, it's like, I bring this nigga on my show and I get my highest ratings, but you got the ratings because Armon has a big following. That's the truth. He got a big following. His following is big. He can bring a crowd. I mean, this dude had 13 people in his chat alone. Like the goddamn chat was bumping. I didn't even put shit in the chat. I was trying to super chat him and everything and couldn't do it. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy, honey. I could barely put a super chat in there. He got the audience. He got the people. He got the backing, and he doing it by himself. So that's why you got those viewers, and you got the highest rating because of the simple fact that he was on there. He got the fan base. He got the personality. He got it all. And I didn't even know he was on this show. And if I hadn't known he was on it, I would have watched it just because Armon was on there. I'm just being honest. Shout out to y'all. It was 400 up in here at first, but I know we'll get it back. But so that was the thing, and I'm guessing, and the only thing that I can say about that was the way I feel about it is He probably saw the star power that Armon had, and it probably made him feel a way about him. Because sometimes when you have a certain type of quality and a certain type of star power about yourself, it kind of makes people upset sometimes. And you don't know why they upset, but you know they can be so uppity and so huge and so big and have so much ego that when they see somebody, a rising star, come up, they tend to get all nervous. They tend to be, this motherfucker's not finna surpass me. Like, that's the type of time they be on. But if you're secure in your craft and in your talent and whatever you got going on, then you don't have to worry about nobody surpassing you. And even if they do surpass you, it doesn't matter. You did what you were supposed to do. You were a mentor. You were there to help them out and do whatever you needed, do whatever they needed to do. Do whatever you needed to do. Okay? Period. It don't matter. Surpassing a person don't fucking matter. Surpassing somebody don't matter at all. You mentored him so you could feel good about that. You mentored him in a sense. You feel what I'm saying? So then there's the Clubhouse unlock, right? He asked it, so it was TS Madison, Jason Lee, Funky Dineva, and Armon. And he asked Armon to share space with Funky Dineva and TS Madison, right? Right. Okay. He was happy about it. He was happy about it. He always wanted to share a space with Funky Dineva. He never really just did anything with T.S. Madison, and he really respected Jason Lee. So it was very phenomenal until it wasn't phenomenal anymore. Right? Right. Now, here's my thing about that. You always got to watch out for the person with the biggest ego before you start working with them. Because one could look at Armon and say, even though you respected Jason Lee, you still heard stories about the shit that he do to other people. So in other people's minds, it could be like, well, you knew what you was getting into when you got into it. You know what I mean? But sometimes you don't think about it like that because you feel what I'm saying? You are working with a person that you respect. You feel what I mean? Like, you work with somebody you respect and you don't think that they would do that to you. Sometimes when you get into situations and you see shit that they do to other people, you never think that they would do that shit to you. Oh, bitch. Because that happened to me. You fucking with a person and you see them doing everybody around you wrong. Like, they get into it with everybody around you. They beefing with everybody around you, but they claim that they not the problem. And you sitting there with them side by side thinking that they not going to do that same shit to you. You feel like you special. Oh, no, they ain't going to do that to me. They ain't going to do that to me. I look up to them. I show them love. I do this, I do that. They'll never do that shit to me. But they do it to you anyway, though. They do it to you anyway. They show out. They do that to you anyway. Let me tell you, I was around a motherfucker who got into it with a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Whole bunch of people. And I didn't think that they would ever do it to me. But they did. They did it so they did me fucked up. Never thought that they would ever do that to me. Never thought that they would do that to me. But they did. And when you look up to somebody and when you really give a fuck about a person and when you really care about somebody and you realize that they've been snaking you the whole time, that shit hurts like hell, like Aretha Franklin. And it hurts like hell. Yes, the fuck it does. It hurts like motherfucking hell when they doing that bullshit. Okay? It hurts like hell when you find out that a person really ain't for you like that. And you can have people in your ear telling you that they're not that this person ain't for you. They're not for you. They ain't for you. But you don't want to believe that. You don't want to believe that shit at all because you fuck with them. Period. You fuck with them. So you gotta find out for yourself. Feel what I'm saying? You gotta find it out for yourself at the end of the day. So then we move on because I'm feeling it, y'all. Watching that shit, I got triggered, honey. Okay. So then what happened? So after that, they were talking about the topics for Clubhouse Unlocked. They was talking about Clubhouse Unlocked. There was some stuff going on with Cardi B and the song Up, right? going up. He put it in the chat that this is my topic, the Cardi B and Ups shit. That's what the topic. So Jason Lee came at Armon crazy about the topic. Armon was basically saying, I just want to talk about it like it's the biggest thing that's out right now. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about it because it's the biggest thing out there. Like, I'm not going to read her or anything like that, but I definitely want to talk about it because I think it's something that we should discuss. It's the biggest thing out there right now. And he started getting smart with Armon, and Armon was like, you know what? I want to flame his ass right then, but I took it. And I let him have it. And it was like, yeah. At the beginning of a relationship, you see shit that you know you never wouldn't really go for at all, but you take it in a sense. It's like you hear this motherfucker talking to you crazy, and you see them disrespecting you in a sense, like basically trying to son the fuck out of you. But in the same breath, you like, you know what? I'ma eat that. I'ma eat that. I'ma swallow that. No vomit. I'ma do all that. I'ma eat that. I ain't even gonna get mad. I'ma eat that. Feel what I'm saying? I'ma eat that. So it's like you eat it, and then at this point, it's like, okay, this the first time he tried this with me. So you know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna keep letting this shit happen. Like, I feel like that was the time that Armon was on. You know what I mean? So it's like I've been in that predicament. Like, did this motherfucker just say this? Did this motherfucker just? Because I remember, like, there has been many situations where I was talking about the fact that I wanted to do something, or I had this stuff in my mind that I wanted to do it, and it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then they crush it. They crush my dream before I even tried to make the moves to start it. So it's kind of like, okay, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh, okay, I see you. I see what you're about. I see what you're doing. You don't want me to do this because you feel like it's going to be something better than you. You feel like I'm going to do something better than you. And that's not even what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be better than you. I'm just trying to be better for myself. I'm not trying to be better for you. But you feel what I'm saying? It's just that simple. So a lot of the times when we're trying to build a relationship and we don't want no problems with this person, because at this point he looks up to Jason Lee. So he ate that. He took it. Even though on a regular day, he never would have took that shit. But you know, he did. He definitely did. So then when he does, I think he said something about he was going to San Diego and he was going to do this. And Jason Lee had called him and had asked him, he said, I know you're going to see Cardi B in LA. I know you're going to see Cardi B in LA. Armon denies ever going to LA to go see Cardi B. Yeah, she was living in LA at the time, but that's not why he was going to LA. And while I'm watching this, I'm sitting here and I'm like, but even if he was going to LA to see the Cardi B, to go see Cardi B, what's it to you? Like, why do you care so much if he was? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why would you care that much if he was going to see her in LA? What's it to you? Is it like, what's the point? Like, why you mad? Is it because he's getting closer to her and you don't want him, you don't want nobody else to be closer to her? Like, why you pressed? Why you mad? Why you bothered? I don't get it. I was listening to Armon when he said that, and I was just like, what the fuck are you like? Why the fuck was he ever pissed about what the fuck Armon was doing? So the fuck what if he was going to LA to see Cardi B? I mean, why do you care? Like, what? Like, why the fuck do you even give a fuck about this shit? You feel what I'm saying? So it's like you super duper pressed. Like, like they say Nikki is the super freaky grandma. he was super freaky pressed. Like, straight up super freaky pressed over whether or not he was going to LA to go see some damn Cardi B. And then while Armon was at Jason's house shooting the show, Armon's phone started going ham. Like, his phone was going off, going off, going off, and he didn't know why it was going off, right? Cardi B shouted him out while he was on the show. Shouted him out. Armon reposted the shout out and everything, as a blogger should. You get noticed by a megastar. Of course, you're going to repost it, right? So then after that, Jason Lee is now salty about the fact that Armon was acknowledged by Cardi B. He's acknowledged by Cardi B. So now that Jason Lee sees that, he's salty and he says that Armon needs to watch Cardi. Why are you saying he needs to watch Cardi now? Because you and her are having issues right now? Why he gotta watch her now? Why he gotta watch her? Now you're trying to see, now you're trying to plant doubt in this man's head about this woman that you were cool with. Now you being messy. And see, here's the thing with Jason Lee. You being messy about this situation, but you wonder why people don't want to interview with you. You wonder why people don't want to fuck with you because you want that messy ass shit when it ain't even that damn deep. It ain't that deep to be that damn messy. So you that damn pressed, you super freaky pressed that Cardi has acknowledged this guy and you upset about it. It goes back to what I just said. People want to see you win long as you're not winning more than them. People want to see you succeed but not more than them. People want to see you make it but don't make it before me. You felt threatened because your celebrity friend shouted out your mentee. Why you mad? If you're that bitch, then why are you so pressed about it? I don't get it. It's people like that kill me. You know how people be like, I'm that bitch, I'm the number one bitch, I'm that nigga, I'm this, I'm that. It's always them type of people that are always threatened and jealous by something or somebody and always gotta sit up and prove to people how they're that bitch or how they're that nigga. If you are that nigga, if you are that bitch, you ain't gotta do shit to prove nothing. You let your work speak for itself. You ain't gotta prove shit to nobody if you're really that bitch. You see it all the time. You got to remind people about all the things you've already done. You got to remind people. You got to boast about all the shit you already did already. So the fuck what? No one cares about that but you. At the end of the day, it's great to have and it's great to talk about. But no one really cares. You do that to make yourself feel better. No. If you are truly that person that you want to be, then at the end of the day, you don't have to go there. You don't have to prove shit to nobody. If you really are that nigga, that bitch, that number one person, you don't have to do none of that. Why do you feel like you need to? I never I never understand it, and it's really crazy. It's just I don't get people like that. I don't get people like that. I definitely don't. But we're gonna continue on, child. We're just gonna go ahead and continue, honey. So he said that he regretted to going after Nikki, dragging her for Cardi, and he felt like he should have been giving something back because he was dragging Nikki. So you think because you getting up here dragging Nikki, that means that Cardi's supposed to give you something in return? What the fuck she supposed to give you in return for dragging Nikki? A championship belt? Excuse me. A championship belt? That's what you need? Or you want some monetary gain for dragging Nikki for Cardi? What was you looking for? Just you chose to drag her. Did nobody tell you to drag her? So because you dragged her, you feel like you're entitled to get something from her. Doesn't make any sense to me. I drag Portia. Well, I really have laid off Portia lately because I don't want this to be a situation where people are saying that I'm obsessed with the girl and I'm just talking about her all the time. So I've laid off of her. But in the past, I've dragged Portia. I've dragged Phaedra. That doesn't mean that Candy is obligated to give me anything. I did that because I wanted to. I did that because that was my that was my decision. That was my opinion. I didn't do that so I can get something or get noticed by her. Like, bruh, like I said before, like the girl Latrice from the Bell Collective, like I knew her before she even got on the show, and I still drag her to this day, and she know it. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from doing my job the way I need to. Period. You know what I mean? And I don't expect nobody to pay me for shit. Don't pay me. I don't want no money from you. I don't need you to pay me for my silence. I want to be able to do my job in peace. Period. Like, what type of shit is that? She don't give you nothing back in return. So what was you expecting her to do? Put you on a yacht and sip mimosas all day or something? Or just pay you? What was you looking for? That's the part I'm trying to figure out. And then Armon said that he been feeling like this about him. He just used the Tiffany Haddish thing as a crutch. which I definitely agree with, because that's why everybody thinks that they fell out over what he said about Tiffany was the reason why him and Jason fell out, because that's the way that Jason made it seem. Like he didn't want to fuck with Armon no more based off of the things that he said about Tiffany. But why would they ever be a factor anyway? So it's crazy. 378 of you guys in the chat. We got 245 likes. Make sure y'all liking the video. So let's go back into the notes. So then Jason Lee decided that he wanted to end the Clubhouse show to get on Bigo. They didn't want to get on Bigo. Funky Dineva didn't want to get on Bigo. T.S. Madison didn't want to get on Bigo. And Armon did not want to get on Bigo. They didn't want to move to Bigo. They felt like Bigo was not the right move for them. Armon felt like, I'm not trying to get on Bigo and be arguing with a bunch of queens all day. I ain't got time, and I'm not finna do it. I'm not finna get on there and argue with queens all day. That's just not my steez. I ain't doing it. Point blank, period. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna get on there and argue with a bunch of people about about nothing. Because that's really all they do on Bigo is get on there and argue for coins. And people be asking me to get on Bigo all the time. People have asked me to do it multiple times, and I say no every time. I don't want to get on that damn shit. First of all, it looked busy. I don't like the layout. It ain't for me. I don't know why. Like, I don't like to argue with people. That's why I really just stick to my own panels these days, because I ain't got time to be going up on nobody's platforms and be arguing with nobody. For what? I'm not going to be doing that. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I be feeling like, because sometimes people just get up on panels and shit just to argue and curse and, do all types of extra shit. And they'd be like, I ain't got time for that bullshit. I'm a peaceful person. I ain't got time for that shit. And so none of them wanted to get on Bigo. And Armon felt like that'll be a step backwards for him. And I'm just like, it would. And I was watching it like, yes, it would be a step backwards for you to be getting on some fucking Bigo. For what? Like, you got a platform, and it's kind of like, why would you go to Bigo? Bigo is just ghetto to me. Like, no. Can't do Bigo. Bigo is not my thing. I can't do Bigo, y'all. So then, as Armon was talking, Armon hit 10K in his chat. So at this point, Armon has hit 10,000 people in his chat at this particular moment. 10,000 people. And I was laying in my bed watching this shit, taking my notes, and I'm like, you better do it. You better do it. I was rooting for him. Like, I was seriously sitting here rooting for him, because I'm like, bitch, like I said early on in the video, like, that was some inspirational type of shit. Like, this nigga set up here and he got like 10,000 people in his chat watching him tell his damn story. Like, that's just how much influence this man got. Like, people always say, like, people be talking about influence and shit like that, and I'm just like, no, you ain't got no influence until you doing it. No. He came in and he was shitting, and what's making it so crazy is that he started on the same time slot as fucking Jason Lee did. This man was sitting up on YouTube with 10,000 people in this chat while Jason Lee, the bigger person, had 2,000 folks in his chat. And I was just sitting up there like, I was like, and it got up to 13K. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like the people really wanted to know what Armon had to say about this nigga. Like straight up, they wanted to know. Cause I damn sure wanted to know. And I was just like, this motherfucker sitting up here with 13,000 people in this chat, and this nigga got 2,000 people in this chat, and he's the bigger name. But a lot of the times, as you can see, it don't matter how big your fucking name is. It's about what people want to see. And if they don't want to see you, they not gonna fucking tune in. It's just that simple. It's just that fucking simple. Period. They're not gonna tune in if they don't want to. It don't matter how big your fucking name is. It don't matter. Period. It don't matter how big you think you are. If the people want to tune in, they're going to tune in. Okay? Because when you child, listen. We almost back at 400 people, y'all. Make sure y'all liking this video and all that stuff. And thank you, Nola Faye. Thank you for bringing it up. And on top of that, he bought the shirt that he bought from Jason Lee, which is the gagging shirt, okay? Period. Period, okay? Like, I enjoy every second of this live. Let's continue on going on with this shit. Let's continue on, y'all. Let's just check that out. So, it was a recorded conversation with Jason Lee that he played about Bigo. And in the conversation, Armon just basically told this man, listen, I don't want to get on Bigo and go back and do the bullshit that I did on Facebook. Like, I ain't got time to be arguing with a bunch of queens on no damn Bigo about nonsense. Like, I ain't got time to do that. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to, get my brand up. Like, I feel like basically in so many words, because I'm really paraphrasing, going back to Bigo is basically me tearing myself down and bringing myself down a few notches. Like, I'm not doing that. And these girls ain't got no talent, period. They just on here to argue and read and all this other stuff. I can do that on my own platform. I don't want to do this on Bigo. You feel what I'm saying? And, Jason Lee was being passive aggressive when he said, you're not paying attention to what I got going on over here. So he posted a picture of him on a damn something outside. My thing is, okay, so you being passive aggressive. So basically you trying to say that you can't tell Armon nothing. Armon, like, girl, he don't want to do Bigo. If he don't fucking want to do Bigo, he ain't gotta goddamn do it. I wouldn't want to do it either. And I'm nowhere near. I ain't nowhere near Armon's level at all. But I don't fucking want to do Bigo for what? You see the type of shit that goes on over there? No. No. Don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. Don't want to do it at all. No. Not my cup of tea. Period. Okay? No. Yes, they get paid on Bigo. They definitely do. They get paid to act a damn queen fool, and I ain't got time for that. I don't even rock like that. No. So Jason had offered to help Armon get his verification. It's like a help me, you help me, I help you type of thing. And anytime Jason Lee asked Armon for some help about anything in regards to his YouTube channel or anything like that, anything like the quality and shit like that, Armon always helped him out. And he didn't even ask Jason Lee to help him with the verification thing. He did not. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, period. Like, he always helped him out whenever he asked him to. Period. And that's just that on that. And that just shows the type of person that Armon is, okay? Quiet as it's kept, Jason tried to get an interview with Candy back in the day, but was turned down. But Scotty by nature secured the bag. It's all about your spirit. I mean, she even said up under my comments that she wanted to interview with me, period, before I ever said anything about it. She been rooting for me from the sidelines. You never know who watching you. You just never know who watching you. That's just what it is. But I'm gonna save my little tidbit about myself to the end of this video, okay? But where we at? But it's just like, period. And y'all know I'm not used to being on here all night, late at night like this. But yeah, so At this point, Armon felt like Jason Lee wanted to battle with him. Like every time he did something, he felt Jason Lee was trying to do the same thing, like biting off his style, like trying to do whatever he did. Like if he posted something, he gonna do it. If he said something, he gonna take it. If he wanted to rock something, he gonna do this. Like he just straight up felt like he was trying to, you know, bring him down. Like bring him down a notch. Like do this. Thank you. I love it. Thank you. But he wanted to bring him down some. Like you're not on my level. You're not doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Period. I do have to work tomorrow, but I work a little bit later tomorrow. I don't have to get up until 9, so I'm pretty good. I'm trying to give y'all like an hour and 30 minutes or a 2 hour live, one or the other. Let me see, you guys. I'm trying to make sure everybody is intact. Okay, and I am at the halfway mark officially. I'm at 37,500 subs. I have 5 more subs to get to 38K. Thank you, guys. Thank you for everybody that's brand new, that's in the chat, that just subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate it. And we're at 403 people watching. Thank you, guys. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Y'all don't understand. I really appreciate it. I humbly appreciate this. Okay. So let's continue on. So it's a DJ by the name of Jay Bling. He gives Armon an opportunity, right? So after he gives Armon the opportunity, Jason Lee books Jay Bling for one of his events, trying to psalm him. You know what I'm saying? So then it's just like he started to feel like he was trying to one up him. You feel what I'm saying? Like every time he do something, he got to come back with something better. You know, he got to come up with something bigger and better to try to one up him. And that has happened to me. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing something, but then you want to come up behind me and say, well, I'm doing this. Or I say I'm planning on getting this done. Oh, I can do this better. You know, like I don't like nobody to try to one up me. If we supposed to be cool, if we supposed to be rocking with one another, like don't try to one up me. Don't try to tear me down in every which way. Don't tell me this and tell me that and think that you could do a better job than me on my motherfucking platform. Scotty by Nature TV is my shit. I run it the way that I fucking want to. I run it the way Scotty knows how. Can't nobody do Scotty by Nature TV but Scotty by Nature TV. Just like can't nobody do Armon Wiggins but Armon Wiggins. Can't nobody do Funky Dineva but Funky Dineva. Can't nobody do the Scorpion Show but Kevin. That's just the facts. So you can't tell me shit. Like, I hate it when people try to give me, trying to run their mouth about anything that I'm fucking doing, and you can't even do what the fuck I do. Just like I can't do what you know. So what are you saying? I got this far just by being my fucking self. Okay? It took me a while to get here, but I'm here. I ain't all the way where I want to be, but I'm almost there. You better get with the people. Better get with the goddamn program. I'm telling you, they better get with the program, honey. Okay, but he felt like he was trying to, he felt like he was being one upped, which he probably was. You feel what I'm saying? Like people do that shit, trying to one up you, and just doing all types of snaky bullshit, just trying to keep you from winning, and it's just crazy to me. But to each his own, though, y'all. To each his fucking own, honey. So it was like Jason really wasn't for him. He felt like Jason wasn't for him. Like he didn't want to see him glow. He didn't want to see, the rise. He only wanted to see him rise just enough. Not too much, but just enough. There are people like that. And I say this all the time. There are people who want to see you rise, but not as much as them. They want to see your water go up, but they don't want to see your water get higher than theirs. They want to see you do just enough. They don't want to see you really make it. They want to see you do enough. Not make it, but do enough. That's all they want to do. That's hateration, holleration in this dancery. I'm telling y'all, I know it seems like I'm really preaching on this live, and I'm really just supposed to be giving y'all the tea and giving y'all the news and shit like that. But this shit hits home for me. Because I felt every fucking word that Armon had said, because I've been through that shit. And I feel like we all that's in this live, in this chat, we have all went through that type of shit. Like, if you really want me to win, if you really are here for me, if you're really riding for me, don't try to one up me. Don't try to make me feel less than. You know what I mean? Like, don't fuck with my head like that. The hate be real sometimes. Like, straight up. Straight up, the hate be real. People really be hating on you for the things that you do, or the things that you're able to do, or the way you are received by the people. People can have so much more than you, but when someone, When they see that you are well loved by people, they don't like that. I have seen it. I have seen it. Motherfucker had way more going on than me, and because the people like me, like people really fuck with me for real, and they don't have that same luxury, they mad. And I be sitting up here wondering what the fuck I did. I didn't do nothing to you. Why the fuck you so mad at me? I didn't do shit but be myself. It ain't my fault that you being yourself ain't getting you nowhere because you're an evil ass person. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. You love me, but you hate me at the same time. You love me, but you shade me. You big me up, but you shade me at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I don't rock with certain people like that no more. Cause I be seeing what the fuck folks be doing, and then what's really be killing me is that they gaslight you into thinking that you don't know what the fuck you seeing. Oh, I see it. Just because I don't say nothing, that don't mean I don't see it. Cause I see it. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I'm telling y'all, this shit, no, it really hit home for me. Okay? I swear it hit home for me. When I say hit home for me, it really did hit home for me. I felt every motherfucking word of the shit. I swear I did. Okay, so let's continue on. So we get into the Kanye West brunch. As you guys already know, Armon Wiggins was at the hey Jamar, and you know it, bitch. You know it. Hey, bestie. Okay, so he was at the Kanye brunch. Well, that was the Kanye brunch, and Jason Lee told him about it. And then, Jason Lee, Armon asked to be invited. He wanted to go. He said, just invite me, like I want to go. And then Jason Lee told him that you can't take no pictures. How the fuck you at a brunch and you can't take no pictures with nobody? How you gonna tell this man that he can't take no pictures? Again, you hating, you nervous that he gonna make a connection with somebody that you made a connection with already. See, you mad already. See, you see that hating shit? Already hating already when you ain't got no reason to be hating on this man. But you hating though. Okay, so he told him that he can't take no pictures with Kanye West at all. But how you gonna tell him that he can't take no pictures with Kanye West? And what if Kanye West want to take the picture with this man? You feel what I'm saying? How you gonna tell him he can't take no picture with him? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. So after that, he went to the brunch. He took a picture with Kanye. And it was posted. It was posted on the Daily Mail. I remember the article. It said Kanye was with the LA-based blogger Armon Wiggins at a brunch, right? So the next thing you know, Jason Lee allegedly had the Daily Mail article edited, right? Had it edited to add his shit to it. Like basically adding his shit to the situation. Like he wanted to add his stuff to the situation. So now the article was updated with some of Jason Lee's pictures and videos from the brunch. But yet you said that this man couldn't even take no pictures with nobody. But you posting photos and shit. And then you sending it to the blogs. Once you saw that Armon was getting some shine, you couldn't handle that shit. So you had to go and make some phone calls and get the shit edited. If there ain't no hating ass shit, bro, I tell you the truth. When I tell y'all these so-called mentors and shit know that they be hating on the low, like they really don't want you to make it at all, bro. They really don't want you to make it, period. Like they don't want you to make it at all. Okay? They don't want you to make it. They want you to stay underneath them. And I think that that's the most pettiest shit in the world. Like you had to take away from this man moment so you could feel more significant about yourself. You took away from this man moment. And I'm just like, how the fuck you gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he got the picture with Kanye. It was all over the place. And I'm just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you doing it? Why you doing it? It's crazy to me. It's like I I cannot, okay? The shit is crazy. Period. And Armon is fucking trending on Twitter. Like, bitch, when I tell you he came in and ate that shit for dinner, he ate that shit for dinner and he trending on motherfucking Twitter. He really trending on Twitter. That's what I'm talking about. He trending on Twitter. Let me see. What this say? Hey Queen, thank you for the super chat. I will never keep my two eyes closed when it comes to friends, acquaintances, and families. They always find a way to stab you, but pretend to love the hell out of you. Stay woke because some people out there are not what they seem to be. Period. They're not. They are not what they seem to be. They know how to manipulate you emotionally. They prey on them little heartstrings of yours, and they make it seem like they really there for you, and they really want you to make it and succeed, and they see things in you that you don't fucking see, and all along they do see it, but they don't want it to shine. They want to beat you, they want to compete with you on everything, and you just gotta watch out sometimes, because I ain't gonna say everybody be doing that, because y'all hear me say all the time, I want everybody to win. And when I say that I want everybody to win, I'm very genuine in that aspect. I really want everybody to win. But there are some people that say they want people to win, but in all reality, they want to compete with you. They don't want you to win. They want to compete. They want to prove some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like they want to prove something like yeah, I can do this, I can do that. I can get them to do whatever, blah blah blah. Like they want to prove something, and that's just what it is. So it's like, that's what they want to do. Hold on. So it's just like period. Like it's really crazy at the same point in time. It's like you gaslight a person. Like you really making it seem like you really want to see them succeed, or you want to see them really do their thug thizzle, but you really don't. Like it's it's stunting your growth because of the fact that they're winning. You only want them to win. It's like I keep repeating myself, but this is really the name of this entire thing. Like you want them to win just as long as they don't win more than you. It's fake. It's really fake to me. And I see this shit all the time. I see it all the time. People really be faking, and they ain't even got to be faking like that. Like if you don't rock with me like that, then just don't rock with me. It's just that simple. Let me see. Thank you for the super chat. Scotty, I'm enjoying your growth. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Let me see. Okay. So that's really the name of this whole thing, is that people really don't be going up for you like that. Like they really don't. They don't. Okay, so we're finna move on to the next thing because he talked about a lot of stuff. There's a lot to unpack on this. So, okay, so after that, Jason Lee had another article. There was another article done on the Daily Mail. Now, after all of that stuff, now he already had one article edited so he can, be in a, so he can be important, so he can have his shit put in here. But he had another article written all about him being at the brunch again. He knows that his name is bigger than Armon's name, so he decides that he gonna do that just so he can be like, oh no, I'm not gonna let this bitch get no shine. I'm gonna get a whole nother article written about me, nothing but me, and putting all my shit in there, like I'm finna really outshine this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of time that he was on. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, girl, like, what are you talking about? So after all of that, Jason Lee had his producer text Armon about doing a show for him. And Armon responded about it, about pay, about a budget, about him doing his own show, and he really not trying to do no other show besides his own, because he got his own platform, he got his own this and that. So why would he be going out doing shows for somebody else? He needs to know the pay, he needs to know the budget. I felt like that was a fair trade. Because yes, it was just a guest thing, but the person did tell him that he was being considered doing it permanently. So he needed to know if that's was something that he really wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, do I really want to ditch the show that I got that does well, that gets good numbers, for somebody else's shit. My whole thing and Armand's whole thing was you talk about ownership. You talking about black media. You talking about how we need to own our shit. But yeah, you don't want me to own nothing. You want me to be up under you. You don't want me to own nothing. You want me to be up under you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. You want me to be under you. You don't want me to really own shit. You don't want me to really make it. You don't want me to have nothing on my own. You want me to be up under you. And my thing is, Armand did the right thing. Cause I bet you he felt like this man ain't shit. He don't really rock with me. He ain't gonna let me shine on this shit. Cause I'm gonna be up underneath him. So he gonna feel like, bitch, you need to sit back, shut up, and just be fucking seen. Cause that's exactly what it was gonna be. He thought that Armon was stupid as fuck and he was gonna fall for the bullshit, but he didn't. And he got more than what he bargained for. That's what that was. He thought that he was gonna sun him. Oh, I'm gonna put this nigga on my show. He gonna take whatever scrap I give him. That's not it. Some people have integrity about themselves. You don't just take anything that somebody give you. You gotta make sure it's working for you. Because when they're offering it to you, they're not really thinking about would it work for them. They thinking about what it's worth for you. Period. Let's see. Did you see that Larry Reed dropped 500 in the super chat? See that support? It's enough out here for everybody to win, and I'm gonna manifest it for you. Love you. You're such a great person. Let me tell y'all something. I really do. Look, y'all gonna make me emotional at 1 o'clock in the morning. But I really love the fact that my Scotty gang is so tight knit, and y'all really do be seeing it for me. Even when I don't see it for myself, y'all really do be seeing it for me. Like, this is the most fanfare I've ever had out of my whole 12 years of being on here. And y'all really see it from me. And all I want to do is make y'all proud as well as the people that came before me, like Bundy and Rox and Ashley and Kevin and Much Love. Like, I want to make them proud because they rolled for me from the very beginning. They rolled for me. They wanted this moment right here for me to be able to do what I'm doing, to have almost 500 people in my chat. They wanted me to be able to do that. You feel what I'm saying? They wanted me to do all of what I'm doing. And when y'all see the first episode of Who Was Wrong, me and Forrest Rocks talk about this particular thing at the very end of the video. So y'all gonna hear what she really thinks. But I had to stop doing what I was doing just to give y'all that, because Scotty Gang really do support me a whole lot, and I definitely appreciate it. And Ivory TV, she said she's seen it, and she's seen it since December 2012. That was a long time ago. That was from the very beginning. So I definitely appreciate that. That was 10 years ago. You have been so consistent in your sincerity and have helped everybody any way you could. And that's the type of person that I am. You will never see me bashing nobody else's platform. You'll never see me talking shit about nobody. You'll never see me beefing with nobody. I come in peace, and that's just dead on that. But if you push me, I have to, Scott ain't no punk now. People think just because I don't respond to shit, that means I'm a punk. No, I just don't have time. I like to, I don't do the internet stuff. I'd rather put my hands on you instead of doing it over the internet. But child, whatever. So, anyways, ooh, my head itching. Gotta wash my hair after this. But what was I at, child? Okay, so after Armon said what he said about the what is it? About the payment and the budgeting and all this other stuff, that's when he had his team unfollow him, and that's when he unfollowed him. So after all that stuff, just because he asked to get paid, you know what I mean? He got unfollowed by Jason and the people that work for him. Crazy. Barbara D. Hart, he wanted to stun Armand's growth by keeping him under his thumb. He wanted to be able to control Armand, but Armand peeped his shit and stayed on his journey. Period. Period, okay? I love how you help others, how you help pull others up. Some people are very selfish and don't realize they block their own blessings being like that. Crabs in a barrel never works. Period. Scotty sure ain't no punk. He was about to fight Molly DeMay when she tried to hit him with that damn umbrella at Dollar General. I wasn't gonna hit that lady unless she hit me. But then I had a lot of homegirls that was gonna whoop her ass, so I didn't have to do nothing to her. Don't make Scotty Armon these folks. Armon that became a whole verb in these streets. Period. But let me get back to it. Okay, so what was I at? So then Armand reached out to Jason Lee after the unfollow. He wanted to know if there was a problem. Do we have a problem? Do we have an issue? Like, what's going on? Because I need to fucking know what's really going on. Why you unfollow me? At the time, Jason Lee did not respond. But then Jason Lee finally responded. So when he finally responded, it goes back to Armon venting to a YouTuber by the name of Larry Reed, who's always in some drama, child. But he vented to Larry Reed about the situation at hand. Like he was confiding in somebody about how he felt about Jason offering to put him on a platform without possible pay. And he, like I said, he thought that he was, basically, in so many words, venting to somebody. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with trying to vent to somebody, but you got to watch who you vent to. You feel what I'm saying? So allegedly, Larry sent the info to other YouTubers, and other YouTubers started blogging about it. Then the information never hit my damn DMs at all. But apparently, the situation was getting through the YouTube streets and stuff like that. So then Jason Lee finally responded, and he said that I never said that I wasn't going to pay you, so that's BS. I created a show gagging for you because blah 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 blah. I created it for you. I wanted you to do it. I created it for you. Okay. Then he started saying he was saying that Armand sent stuff to. Wait. Okay. Then he started threatening him. He was talking about how he gave him this and gave him that and did this and all this other stuff. So it's just like, okay, so now you threatening me with the stuff that you decided to do for me. Now you want to, threaten it and throw it up in my face. Love you too, love. Then he threw in his face every single thing that he ever did for Armon, which is stuff that narcissists do. They always throw shit in your face. They always want to remind you of what they did for you. Like a motherfucker look at you and be like, you didn't, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have had this. I made you. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have the people that you got. If it wasn't for me, like, really? That's some shit that you want. That's the classic case of narcissism. That's why I can't fuck with certain people like that, like I used to, because they're narcissists. I don't like that shit. Like, what are you doing? What are you saying? Like, it's crazy to me. So then Armand responded. Armand denied ever putting out the narrative that he wasn't paying him. Well, wasn't gonna pay him. He denied ever sending anything to YouTubers, and he felt like Jason never fucked with him at all. He was grateful for the brunch. And then he starts going in saying, like, I really feel like you've been hating on me. You really ain't been supporting me like that. You really don't fuck with me like that. So what gives? You know what I'm saying? And he offered to even have a conversation with him like a grown ass man would. You feel what I'm saying? So then Jason Lee only responded with all well wishes, no love lost, be blessed, all that stuff, passive aggressive. So it's Armand's birthday. Armand's at the same club as Jason. Jason tells the people that he don't want no section next to Armand. Then he tells Kelvin, who is one of his people, that he couldn't speak to Armand. Who the fuck are you to tell a grown ass man who they can and can't speak to? Are you serious? Who the fuck are you to try to tell some grown ass man who the fuck he can and can't speak to? Are you serious? You can't be. You really can't be, honestly. Like, you can't be serious. Who are you to tell me who the fuck I can and can't speak to? Are you fucking kidding me right now? That shit crazy. You mean to tell me just because I work for you or I fuck with you that I can't speak to Armand? Armand ain't did nothing to me. I can speak to whoever the fuck I want to. See, I don't like people like that. They feel like they can tell you what to do when you with them. Oh no, you're not gonna tell me what to do. This is what you're not finna do. You're not finna tell me what the fuck to do. I'm grown. I can speak to whoever the hell I want to. You ain't never gonna tell me what to do. You crazy. Because if I was that dude, I would have said, who the fuck you think you talking to? You don't tell me what the fuck to do. Are you serious? Come on now. Like, he's sunning people that's around him. But that's the same thing he wanted to do to Armon, is sun him. Tell him what to do. Control the situation. You're not going to be able to control everybody. That's just not it. You're not going to be able to do that. And then the dude was shook and ran off to the side to go speak to, like, are you fucking serious? I do not like people that always had this pick a side mentality. Just because I don't fuck with nobody don't mean that you can't fuck with them either. Okay? Period. There's like Jamar, for example. Jamar is cool with folks that I don't really care for like that. It ain't no real problem. I just don't care for them like that. But I ain't mad at him because he cool with them. What am I mad with them for? Jamar, my motherfucking friend. So therefore, I ain't got to worry about no loyalty, to with Jamar, because Jamar ain't gonna never do nothing to betray my loyalty. So I ain't worried about that. Why am I worried about who he talking to? I would never be worried about that. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I don't care. But the only people that do care are people that are not secure with themselves. That's the only reason why he cared so much. It's an insecurity thing. So then, even then, Armon had to go up to Jason to speak. He said, even though all that shit happened, I'm still going to go up there and I'm going to speak to him. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, even with all that, Armon still went over and spoke to him. He's a better man than me, because when I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I don't see you. I don't speak to you. I act like I don't even see you when we in the same room. You're dead to me. Like, you can ask anybody. When I don't rock with somebody, you gonna know it. You gonna know it. You gonna know it. When I don't rock with you, like, did y'all see that episode of Boys Night Out 2 weeks ago when Tremel and was on there? They know me in real life. If I don't fuck with you, you gonna know I don't fuck with you. Like, I'm not doing the pleasantries. I ain't doing none of that. Like, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Period. And ain't nothing nobody can say that's gonna change my mind. I'm telling y'all. For real, for real. No. Mm-mm. Now, I will say that Armon was crazy on that end, because ain't no way I would have went over there and spoke to his ass. I swear to God, I wouldn't have spoke to him. Speak to him for what? I wasn't gonna speak to shit. But I get it. You trying to be a grown man about it. But see, when I don't fuck with nobody, I ain't finna be no grown man about it. I ain't speaking to you. I ain't talking to you. Somebody had asked me if I was a Scorpio. No, I'm an Aquarius, February the 12th, but I got a Taurus moon. But yeah, I swear to God, like, you could be right here in my face and I ain't gonna say shit to you. I'm just gonna sit there like, that's why I don't understand when people be fighting with each other on the internet. Because some people be like, oh, this is just roasting gas. I'm like, we ain't really got no beef with you. We just popping our shit. Don't think you're gonna talk about me and then turn around and see me in person and think that I'm gonna speak to you and think it's gonna be some pleasantries and shit like that. Hell no. I'm gonna keep that same motherfucking energy. You ain't gonna be talking about me on the internet and then think that we're gonna speak to each other. We're gonna be dabbing each other. Like, don't even put your hand out for me. I ain't saying nothing to you. Period. And that's the sad thing about it. I'm one of the sweetest people here. Like, I'm one of the sweetest people here. I'm one of the sweetest people in the world. But when you cross me, it's a different story. Don't cross me and we will be good. Okay? But I'm telling you, do not cross that line with me. I will give you the shirt off my back if you need it. But when you cross me, it's a different story. I cannot fuck with you no more. I would never look at you the same. I would never look at you the same. Like, straight up. I can be unbothered about a lot of things. There's so many things I can be unbothered about. Like, I swear to God, like, I really don't care. Because again, when I say I don't give a fuck about something, I really don't give a fuck about it. Like, my mama be getting mad because I'd be like, I really don't care. My mom said, the part that I really hate about this is that you really don't. I don't. When I really don't care, I don't care. And I say it just like this. I'm like, I really don't care. I don't care. It's just that simple. Like, I really don't care. Like, half the time I don't. So it is what it is, child. Um, so what else happened? So then there's the subs. He was basically saying that Armon is here to hate on Jason Lee on the low. That's what he was basically implying. He's here to hate on the low. He was talking about the Nicki Essence Fest. He threw shade at Armon for his opinion on Nicki's performance at the Essence Fest. He was saying that he was throwing shade about bloggers or YouTubers or people using the Nicki and Cardi B thing to get clout. He was talking about Armon when he said that. And he was also pissed off about Armon posting the Page 6 article. Then when Armon posted the Nicki tweet, Jason Lee was a hit dog that hollered. He came in up under his post on Instagram to defend himself and Hollywood Unlocked. You know what I mean? That's what he decided to do, but didn't nobody say nothing about him. But he came up under there to prove that, oh, it wasn't me, basically trying to sun him again and trying to make it seem like he really the big dog in this shit. Like, straight up. And my thing about this is, if you really the big dog, you ain't really got to keep on saying that you the big dog. If you really that bitch, you ain't got to keep saying you that bitch. If you really a real nigga, you ain't got to keep on saying that. It's gonna shine. Period. You ain't got to constantly say it. I understand if you say it once, but you ain't got to keep saying it over and over again. Like, you really don't have to, because it really ain't that deep. A lot of dudes walk around here talking about they a real nigga and they really ain't no real shit. Like, they ain't no real niggas. They ain't doing shit. They just running their damn mouth. That's really what they doing. They don't know what the definition of that shit is. Because a lot of these same real dudes that be walking around here, they be on that bitch shit all the time. You would think that I'd be on it, but I'm probably more solid than a lot of these dudes out here, to be quite honest. Because when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. When I mean something, when I say something, I fucking mean the shit. And if I got to apologize, I apologize. It's just that fucking simple. And when I'm right, I'm right. I know I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I know I'm wrong. Do I like to admit that I'm wrong? Absolutely not. But I will say it. Even if it does take me 2 days to calm down, I'm still gonna say it. It's just this simple. Like, nah. So then, after all that, he just felt like Jason Lee was trying to limit him. You can't talk to this person. You can't take pictures. You can't interview this person. You can't talk about this. You can't talk about that. It's like, who are you to say that I can't do this? Like, who are you? Who are you? You can't tell nobody what they can and can't do and what they can't talk about. Are you serious? Thank you, Michelle Jones. I really appreciate it. Like, who are you? Let me know. In the words of Aaliyah, let me know. Let me know. Period. Let me know. It's just that simple. Let me know. That's what I want to know. Let me know. Then I think, because we're almost at the end, because I'm trying to end this at a solid 2 hours. So he got blocked by Jason Lee after he posted the Kanye shit, the Kanye West stuff on Drink Champs. He got blocked then. Then there was the Page 6 lie. He posted a whole story. He got Page 6 to post a story about him leaving Kanye West when he was really fired by Kanye West. And then Armon said that he's not jealous and that Jason Lee ruined all of his relationship with Fox and Viacom, and that he really ain't what he say he is. And after all of that, Armon proceeded to drag the shit out of Jason Lee. He proceeded to drag the hell out of him. He proceeded to go in on him. He proceeded to burn his book on camera. I was scared he was gonna burn his studio up. He proceeded to go the fuck in on Jason Lee. When I tell you that was the most epic expose I have ever seen in my damn life, period. The most. It was the most satisfying takedown that I ever seen. I ain't gonna say it's a takedown. It was just satisfying to see. Because when you see a person that, my thing is, when you see somebody that's really a hater. And when you see somebody who pretends to really want to see somebody win get brought down a couple of notches, it's the most satisfying thing in the world. Now, I ain't personally got no thing with this because this ain't none of my business, but I'm talking about it anyway. But you can't think that because you give people opportunities and you help somebody, that means that they're obligated to kiss your ass. They ain't obligated to kiss your ass. You got to know that. They ain't obligated to kiss your ass. Period. Jason Lee is pretty much the same thing that he said Nikki is. The same thing. The same exact thing that he said that Nikki was. You ain't no different, bruh. You ain't that different. The same shit you was coming at her about, you doing the same thing. So it's like, for me as a person, that even though I've been here for a long time, but I'm still on the come up. Just got on the come up. It makes you wonder, do you even want mentorship? Do you even want to be close to all these big name bloggers? Do you want a relationship with these big name bloggers? Do you want to be in the same vicinity as these big name bloggers sometimes? I'm not going to say it's everybody. I definitely don't think that it's everybody. But then there's some that make you question yourself. Like, would you really want to do this? You know what I'm saying? People like Jason Lee will make you question yourself. Like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? Like, do I really want to be mentored? Because there was a time where I felt like I needed to be mentored. Like, I wanted to be under somebody's wing. Like, I wanted mentorship at one point in time. But when you see stories like this, it makes me feel as though, do I really need that? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TTB. Do I really need that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I never want anybody to feel like they made me or they brought me anywhere. I don't need none of that. You know, I used to that was during that time when I really didn't understand what I had and all this other stuff. But my thing about the situation is this right here. I never want nobody to feel like they gave me anything or they made me. That's one thing I don't take kindly to. You ain't gonna never sit up and tell me you made me when you get mad at me. You ain't gonna never sit up and tell me you made me when you fucking get mad with me. That ain't what we gonna do. We ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. Now you ain't finna tell me you made me now. Period. I don't give a fuck what you did to help me out. I did all the work. You gave me the pointers. I took the pointers. I did the work. But you ain't finna sit up here and tell me I made you. I made you. Like, who the fuck are you? You feel what I'm saying? I don't agree with that shit. I don't agree with that. Like you see it all the time. Like you see it all the time. Like you see it with the whole, like you saw the fallout with Storm and Tasha. You saw the fallout with Tasha and Wiley. You saw the fallout with Tasha and Armon. Now you've seen it with Armon and Jason Lee. Like, is mentorship really worth it? Because it's like, do you really do you really want this type of shit? Like what do you do as a content creator that's looking for a mentorship? Like, do you have to lick their ass and sing their praises every time they do something just to be mentored by them? Like, there's some shit that I don't want. I don't never want no shit like that. Like, people can miss me with it. I don't want it. I'd rather do what I've been doing. I'd rather do what I've been doing. But one thing's for certain is that Armon flamed him. Armon went in on Jason Lee. He burnt him just like he burnt that damn book up on camera. He went in on him. I have never seen nothing like that. That was an epic dragging. Seriously, that was an epic dragging if I ever seen one. It really was. And it was a satisfying one too. Because I love to see people, I like to see the underdog come out on top in a sense. Like, I like to see the underdog defeat the odds and defeat the person that everybody's afraid of. It's like you see the offbeat kid at school and they beat up the big bully that everybody was scared to try. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's how that comes across. So I salute him for that because he did something that some people probably never would have done. You know what I'm saying? He did that. Now, Jason Lee, he did sub Armon first. He was definitely subbing him first. Most definitely subbing him first. And you can only sub somebody for so many times. It's just that. You can only sub somebody so many times. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Armon trending on Twitter. He had 13,000 folks in his chat, while Jason Lee had 2,000 folks in his chat. You know, I think that Armon is really gonna go far, and I think that's what be getting people mad sometimes because he got a certain thing about him that's gonna take him far. Like he got this certain charm or personality or something like that that he has on him that will really take him to the next level. I really see that. And you know, shit, I like that shit. I'm very inspired by him in a sense. Like I don't want to be like him, but I like seeing his growth and shit. You know what I mean? Like I've been watching Armand for years. So I think the first time I saw Armand on the video was probably like 2017 or 18 or something like that. That's how long I've been watching him. So I've been watching him for a very long time. But I will say that he really dug into Jason Lee, like for real, for real. Like that was the most epic shit I have ever seen in my life. Like ever seen. Period. Ever seen. It was like I was rooting for that nigga. Like I was sitting up there like, yes, yes, you better get him, yes. I was sitting up there like, yes, bitch, yes. You better show us what you working with. You better get it. He did what he was supposed to do. He did what he was supposed to do. That was a good ass show. Like I couldn't take my eyes off of it. Like I almost forgot I had to take notes and shit like that. Like he laid it all out. He put it all out for the world to see. And I believed every word that he said. I believed every single word that came out of his mouth. I believed every word that he said because, like, straight up. Oh, I ain't going nowhere but to bed. But it was definitely a legendary show. Most definitely. Now, like I said, shout out to Armon Wiggins and shout out to the person that's in my chat. I think her name is Jonetta. She's one of my mods. Shout out to her for even telling me that Armand said that he likes me on Station Head. I'm gonna go to sleep thinking about that. Please be sure to send me that clip. I need to hear it. Oh my God, I need to hear it. I need to hear it. That made my night. That made my night. For real. That made my night when she told me that. Don't be blowing smoke up my ass. Don't be blowing smoke up my ass. Cause they're like, bruh, like what I would do for Scotty and Armand collaboration, even if it was just a damn interview, what would I do for Armand collaboration? Like, period. You know, I love him. But it just goes to show you that sometimes you got to do what's best for you and move the way that you see fit. You know, do it the way you see fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't switch up for nothing or nobody. Cause I don't switch up for nothing or nobody. Um, I'm always gonna be consistent in who I am and what I do. I know that in the past I've been a people pleaser, trying to do different shit just to please everybody, but you can't please everybody. That's one thing I had to learn. You cannot please everybody, and that's just the facts. You can't please everybody. Some people will get it, some people don't. Sometimes sometimes people Sometimes you're not everybody's cup of tea. I agree, Kitty Monroe. Sometimes you're not everybody's cup of tea. Like I said, people shade my platform too. I don't take it personal. I don't really care. Feel what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck. People got their opinions, but my numbers speaks for itself. So I feel like if I was a bore, if I wasn't doing my job, then y'all wouldn't be in here. You feel what I'm saying? So if I wasn't doing my job, y'all wouldn't be here at 1:30 in the morning if I wasn't doing my job. So, I appreciate all the love and support that I get from you guys. I really appreciate it. It's great to have a support system. It's great to, have people that love you down for the shit that you do. Because this shit, I go through a lot of shit every day trying to get this shit out. I work every day. Sometimes I don't even get no rest because I be trying to do my job and do this job all at the same time. Sometimes I do that. So it's cool. Um, Shout out to everybody in the chat, all content creators that's been in this chat tonight. There was CTB, there was Jamar, there was Josiah, there was I think there was a content creator in here by the name of Rico Reports. I think he's a content creator. Shout out to him. He was in the chat too. Um who else was in here? It was a couple of other people up in here, but I definitely appreciate you guys. I want to say one more thing before I go. Never give up on yourself. And I think I said this same thing around the time that I got the can when Jamar and I interviewed Candy. Never give up on yourself. You never know who's looking. You never know who's watching. You never know who wants to give you the opportunity. And I got the Candy opportunity just by being myself. And I brought my best friend along with me for that. And she wanted to interview me before I even tried to get the interview on my own. So, and I was one of the people that she chose to do her YouTube tour with. So that was absolutely amazing. And I really appreciate that. And I thank you for all the support that you give me and to my crew. I want to thank you guys. Um, just thank everybody for supporting me. Thank you guys for being up at 1 something in the morning with me. But I hope y'all know that after I get off of here, I'm going straight to bed. Okay. I wish I could have did some call-ins, but it's too late at night and I'm tired. But I definitely appreciate you guys for tuning in. I love you all. Um, just everything. Just everything. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Because like I told y'all, I was very nervous about doing this show after him. You know what I mean? Because that was such a legendary lit show that he did. And I was like, if I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna recap it and talk about this shit, I need to be entertaining. I need the people to be in tune with me. I need for people to really get into it. So hopefully you guys were entertained. I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. I've been doing more lives than I normally do too, but it is what it is. Before I get up out of here, um, let's see. Before I get up out of here, let me let y'all know what we got coming up. Later on today is roast and review. We'll be on Josiah's page. It's already up. The link is already out there. I already shared it to my community wall, and it's already in my in the roaster review. What is it? The roaster review playlist. So go on over there and check it out. We'll be in the building. Boys Night Out will not be airing this Friday like it normally would because it's my 15-year class reunion on this weekend. So we won't be able to do Boys Night Out, but however, we will be resuming on October the 28th. And I plan on doing a live for my 12-year anniversary. Thursday. I'm supposed to be doing an interview with Letitia from Bill Collective on Thursday. So I'm gonna see how I'm gonna do this. I'm probably gonna do it after the interview, probably like an hour or so after the interview. I'm gonna go live for like my 12-year anniversary or whatever. But with that being said, y'all, we had over 430, no, actually 450. We had 450 people in the chat. I really appreciated you guys, and I'm about to be up out of here. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video. Hell, you can send it to Armon if you want to. Share this video. Make sure y'all have subscribed. I got some new subscribers off this live already. And make sure y'all follow me on social media. It's all at the bottom already. And I will holler at y'all another time. I'm about to leave you guys with 3 promos. One from Jamar's cosmetic line, Nova Cosmetics. Another one from Tramiel promoting his new album, Mixed Feelings. And another one from TTB's The Queen's Corner. I'm out of here, you guys. Until the next video, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. Good night.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Tramiel. I just wanted to say that I have a new project that's out. It's called Mixed Feelings. It's on all streaming platforms. I would hope that you would go and check it out. It's a really good feel of an album. It's got everything you need and more. It's got R&B, it's got a little bit of pop, it's got a little bit of hip hop. It's everything that you need and more. It's out all streaming platforms, like I said. Please check me out, and you can also follow me at IAM_Tramiel. That's IAM_TRAMEL. Check me out. I hope to hear from you.